Hey, morning, everybody. Or at least morning from New Zealand. How's everybody doing? Yeah, boy. Hey, hashtag Superman, your host, and hope you guys are going to have a bit of fun here. More good pump and metal news for Hex and of course Hedron. We're going to talk about that today. Woohoo! With ICOSA. Yeah, another Alex product there, so it's going to be a lot of fun. More bullish stuff coming. So what have we been talking about the last couple of weeks, man? We're talking about Power City Flex coming to eat up more Hex. We talked about Maximus base and team to eat up more Hex. We've got now ICOSA to eat up more Hex and Hedron. So do we love this or what? Are we in a pretty amazing ecosystem? I think so. We've got the Hex Investment Trust out there doing its thing. We've got a lots more than that. So let us get into it. This is pretty cool. Bring it on. Bring it on. Anything that eats up Hex, we love it. We love it. Cool. We've got James Bond in the house there with the emojis. Hedron pump. Yes, definitely Hedron pump at the moment. Here we are on the Hex chart at the moment. So we're going to talk about this. Let's get into it. We're going to get into the crypto and, of course, we're going to quickly cover stock market and commodities as well to keep updated with that since we're in a volatile year. It really is important that we zoom out to the big picture as well. Sounds like my audio is up and running. Let us hit the old live chat. Let me hit the live chat there. Bam. All right, live chat. Is that on? Yeah, I think so. Let's go. So here we are with the Hex chart here on the daily. We've got our Bollinger Bands in place. We've got our EMA, exponential moving average. What does that mean? We have a simple average, moving average, sort of a simple averages everything up equally or evenly. And then, of course, we have an EMA, exponential moving average, which weights the present prices more than the past prices. So it moves more faster than a simple moving average. That is in yellow. You can see the yellow there. Let's get rid of all the overlays. Bam. And you can see the yellow there. That is our 13-day EMA. And, of course, we have our 200-day EMA at the top there, or moving average, sorry, simple moving average at the top there. You can only see that's miles away from here, 15.2 cents. So it's a long way higher. We've got our EMA, 13-day EMA here. We've got our Bollinger Bands. Top of the line is blue, and the bottom is blue as well. So the 5%, 9%, 5% price range. Now, obviously, the wider that it is, the more volatility you've got. The narrower that is, the less volatility. So it's narrowing a little bit, still quite wide, but still narrowing compared to what it was. But not what we'd call, tight, sort of tight band there. Typically, a tight band signals a strong move either way is likely to come for either up or down. And of course, so we've been looking for that too. So it gives a little bit of indicator. We've got the red line there is the 50% price range. So we're looking to cross with the yellow 13 EMA to cross over that. It's not, it's probably a very, very good signal that we're getting a trend reversal. Occasionally, it can bounce back out if it does cross, but it's more likely to signal a trend reversal. That's what we're watching at the moment. It's kind of our signal. And we're getting very close. We're down to what we were talked about being 0.8 of a penny gap before. Then we moved down to yesterday. What was yesterday? 0.4 of a penny, I think we were talking about. Today, we're down to 0.2 of a penny. So we get not far away from crossing. So let's look out for that. What we would want to see is some nice price action in there as well when we do cross. So nevertheless, very bullish. So more likely. So I'm talking like maybe 75-80% chance of trend reversal. We get that cross in. So we keep watching that. You can see it's been narrowing. We had it quite wide. It narrowed, then it went wider. After the sell-off here, we've had a nice little price action here. That's been getting us closer there. So we're getting very close indeed to this price rise. We can pull that up and actually have a closer view into there. That's where we're at this stage. So cool. 4 cents at the moment, just almost 4.1. That's where we are at the Hex there. So let's keep watching that. But you can see it's getting closer for that potential trend reversal with a good degree of confidence when it does cross. So stay tuned for that. Looking nice. Let's see who else is in the chat there quickly before I move on. We got Brendan in the house there. Morning all. It's freaking chilly in Australia today. It is pretty cold in good old New Zealand as well. So I agree with you there. We got Tin Top in the house there. What's up, Mexicans? What's up? Good to see Tin Top. Fat Sammy as well. Hi all, everyone. Hope everyone is well. Good to see Fat Sammy Slice in the house. Big shout out to Fat Sammy and it's now for their weekly, I guess, or at least their session yesterday, helping people on board and things like that. So around Hex and Pulsechain. Big shout out for that. That's in Discord. If you haven't joined, hit the link in the video description because hey, it's a great community. We're trying to help each other out here. Exactly's in house there. Hey, from Australia. Woohoo! Hey, exactly. Good to see you. Austria. I almost said Australia. I did say Australia. Austria. Sorry about that. Exactly. Austria. So we're talking about Europe now. Sandy Beach is in the house with the old Sandy Beach and Bob Wells. Hello, everybody. Bob Wells says, just sent more powder to MetaMask, says Bob Wells. Woo! Rock on. He's waiting for the cross. He's going to pre-cross. Bob's going to help the crossover on the EMA there. So we're getting pretty close there, folks. Look. So when we have things like that, more often than not, we get a trend reversal. And sometimes it can take a few days to get the confirmation. So you can see that one crossed over. We had about 2 more days there. We even had a red day in there, and then away it went. We also had one here, crossover. It actually went down slightly, even with the crossover. So had a nice little price action, went down a little bit, then we went up. So we do get those as well, but it gives us some degree of confidence there. All right, let us get on to the Hex Whale bot. 17 hours ago, we had 16.5 million Hex bought. I think we covered that yesterday. We also had 16.8 million stake for 92 days. Not too bad. 2 hours ago, we had 9.2 million Hex sold. So that kind of probably gave us a bit of this red candle that we've got at the moment with that 9.2 million sold there. So that's $360,000 US. That's a fair amount of good old clacker there and the money. So just the way it is. Let's have a look. Jump over to Deck Screener with our quad charts. We all love the quad charts. It's got Hex on the top left and the hourly at just over 4 cents there. So we'll take that. We were up at 4.1 just a little bit earlier there. We'll see if we can get a Hex Token channel pump in the house. We've got Hedron. Now, Hedron, the talk of the town. We're going to spend a little bit of time talking about Hedron. So that is Hedron there. Look at that. Woohoo. All right, we're going to jump to our own special chart there. Look at that pump. And we're going to go to a separate chart so we can have a look at the returns there. But look at that. Pretty impressive. Let's see what we would have got. We got the low the other day at 175. So that is 183%. So almost I guess you'd call it a 2x or 3x, depending on how you're going to describe that. But 183% up is the way you're going to go. So pretty amazing. 183% is the increase there in 4 days. So pretty good little pump there. Today, a big pump, and the volume you can see up a lot as well. We've got pulled Hedron in there, 364 billion Hedron in the pool versus $270 in the main pool. Now, that's pretty incredible. $450,000 of liquidity in there. Pretty cool. So that's a nice little bounce back there. I was just saying yesterday, it'd be pretty nice to see Hedron back at 35,000. Would be pretty good. We're currently at 400. Sorry, what did I say? 3,500. Sorry. Currently at, well, it depends on how many decimal places you're looking at it, but we're currently at 495. And yeah, it'd be pretty nice to see it back up here. This area here, around this area would be pretty nice. But at the moment, we're currently at 495. The high for the day is 508. Hedron getting pumped. So congratulations if you managed to take that gambit and of course get those mad gains, 183% in 4 days. That's what we love about crypto. So well done to you if you did. Right, so let's jump over to Hedron. Hedron, obviously, we've been talking about that. We've got the Hedron stats all over here with the borrowing and the minting stats in the chart. And of course the payouts here for the stakes. Now obviously you can do HSI stakes. This is one of the benefits for Hex, that people can do these wrap stakes and NFT stakes. The other thing, of course, is that you can borrow against those stakes with Hedron and go and do what you will. The other thing, of course, you can do auctions. You can bid on the auctions for liquidations and maybe pick up yourself some good Hex stakes that way. So it's got some really good utility. Obviously has burning mechanisms and stuff like that. But now, of course, it now has ICOSA. ICOSA there, Hex Hedron staking is here. Yes. pump, 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 pump. That's pretty cool. So welcome to ICOSA. ICOSA is a protocol that builds upon the Hedron protocol to add Hedron staking and additional incentives for staking Hex, as well as jumpstarting the Hedron borrowing system. ICOSA is built by the same team behind the Hedron protocol, ensuring seamless integration. So very, very cool on that. Now, the links to this is in the video description for icosa.pro, and of course the Twitter account as well. So if you want to go check it out, look in the video description there. I put that in today. So check that out. So here is the headline stuff for ICOSA Hedron. HSI buybacks. Sell HSI Hex stakes to the ICOSA contract. So obviously, if you make HSI stakes over here, you make them in here, put the amount of Hex in the days that you want to put the stake for with your Hex, and you can make an HSI stake there pretty easy peasy. So sell HSI stakes, Hex stakes to the ICOSA contract. Instead of selling, because here you can typically people have been making HSI stakes and either trading them on OpenSea or something like that. So now, of course, you can sell your HSI stakes to the ICOSA contract, get paid in ICOSA, which is ICSA as the ticker. The HSI will be borrowed against by the contract and sent to auction. So they're going to borrow against the HSI stake there with Hedron and sent to the auction. Yes, this means that you have the option to rebuy your stakes in the said auction. So it's kind of funny. They've got the stake Hedron for ICOSA. The daily yield is determined by the amount of daily Hedron burnt within the Hedron contract. Woohoo! So they've got some algorithmic features there. There are minimum stake lengths and bonuses associated with the stake prize. Stake ICOSA. How do you say that? ICOSA. ICSA. So ICOSA. Well, let's just say ICOSA. It's much easier. Stake ICOSA for both a Hedron and ICOSA. Like Hedron staking, ICOSA yield comes from the daily burnt Hedron. And of course, we get some stats here on the burn here. We can just go burn with the orange. Let's actually go burn, get rid of these things. Got burn here. Got the burns. There's a couple of burns back here. There's some burns in there, some burns. So that's kind of cool. What's up people borrowing at the moment? So borrowing, we've got some borrowing stuff. Yeah, there's some borrowing in there. But this is going to supercharge the borrowing is the anticipation. So cool. Through the contract. The ICOSA contract will really kickstart this borrowing here. So that's cool. These are day 86 to day 116 there. So it's not the whole time frame. I think we can zoom out a bit more. Can we zoom? Yeah, I think we can. Or we can actually zoom back in time so you can see some of them more borrowing back in the earlier days and minted there. So that's cool. All right. So stake ICOSA for both Hedron and ICOSA. Like Hedron staking, ICOSA yield comes from daily burned Hedron. Hedron yield comes from borrowed HSI stakes, Hex stakes. So Hedron yield comes from borrowed HSI stakes and emergency in-stake penalties collected by the contract over time. And then they've also got this fourth feature. We are all the SA into a private staking pool, which generates yield into ICOSA. This is a time-limited event, so there's a launch phase event. Once the pool starts, no one can enter again. That's pretty exclusive. People want to get access to exclusive stuff like that. Once the pool starts, no one can enter again as stakes end yield increases for all other stakes. So pretty cool. Lots of other stuff. So where's the roadmap at the moment? The contract is written. They've got to do the interface created, the front end, and then ICOSA deployed. I understand that they may be looking at around about July, that's my understanding, for the deployment. So we'll be June now, so possibly July. Definitely follow the Twitter. So we head over to Twitter there, and of course follow on there. They've got 159 followers. There's pretty much Alex here. So you follow on to this, and I encourage you to do that if you're into the Hex ecosystem. That's going to become one of those key components, along with Power City and Maximus, and of course Hedron ICOSA. So these are really key parts of the ecosystem now that are adding functionality and also eating up the Hex supply, either directly or indirectly through products. So very, very cool. We made it to the site here. Woo-hoo-hoo, we made it. I just didn't even realize that. We got retweeted, so that's pretty nice. A big shout out to Alex and the team there. So pretty cool. So definitely go and follow here on the channel. That would be pretty nice. And watch out. I guess there's going to be more details coming later on, so that'd be cool. Actually, I'm going back too far now. I've got to go back into the actual site. So let me just jump back here. So we've got Hedron staking is here. So I think that's pretty exciting. We've got what's the point here? Incentive for both Hedron and Hex holders. ICOSA. Let me just get rid of this comment that I got up here. Let me just get rid of that from Bob. Hey, thanks, Bob. Appreciate that. Exactly says, I was waiting for that. Says exactly. Yeah. Sorry about that. All right, so we got what's the point? Incentives for both Hedron and Hex holders. Let me just zoom it up on this so you guys can see it a bit clearer. We'll zoom on that. Incentives for both Hedron and Hex holders. ICOSA exists to both allow Hedron holders to generate yield and to absorb free market Hex in the form of HSI Hex stakes and distribute those to the community in a way that equally benefits both Hedron and Hex. Hedron stakers can enjoy yield in the form of ICOSA as well as a burning effect from the HSI buyback mechanism. Hex stakers can enjoy decreased sell pressure and the ability to bid on these HSI Hex stakes with freshly minted Hex. I love it. Decreased Hex sell pressure, which we all love. So like I said, it's going to add globally to the Hex ecosystem along with Maximus and Power City products. So we've got these three big teams now that are pretty much helping Hex big time. A decreased Hedron sell pressure, so it's helping the Hedron in particular with the sell pressure there. Scarce token supply for ICOSA, so it's cool. Increased Hex staking incentive, which we love. Increased Hedron burning incentive, which people holding Hedron love, and reduced liquidity scavenging as well. So cool. What else have we got there? Staking designed. Okay, the ICOSA staking system is designed to complement the Hex protocol as well as bring additional tokenomics and utility to the Hedron protocol. You got basically one stake per wallet, minimum stake lengths, add capital to your stake, and no minimum stake length there. So that's pretty cool. I'm not going to read through all that. You can check that out yourself. Now, guaranteed buyer for your HSI buyback there. ICOSA protocol will buy any and all HSI NFTs created by the Hedron protocol. Okay, so the ICOSA protocol will buy any and all HSI NFTs created by the Hedron protocol at a rate determined by its borrowable amount of Hedron and the Hex share rate at the time of sale. So that's pretty amazing. These HSIs are then detokenized and are borrowed against by the contract to be sent to the Hedron liquidation auction 90 days later. And there's going to be 10% bonus for 5 day stake length. So if you've done an HSI that long, that you're going to get 10% bonus. Stakes are borrowed against and sent to the auction. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And 1 to 10% of bonus for stakes with a Hedron launch bonus. OMG. So if they got those. All borrowed Hedron is given to the ICOSA staking pool. Nice. And then, of course, we got the We Are All the SA there, which is a special launch phase there. You have the option to purchase an NFT from the ICOSA contract, which earns yield in ICOSA during the limited We Are All This SA event. There is no set price. The price you choose determines the amount of stake points the NFT is allocated. Like Hedron staking, yield is determined by the amount of burnt Hedron each day. So it's important to remember. A private pool for NFT holders, no dilution. So after the event entry phase has ended, no more entries can be made into the staking pool. The percentage of staking pool your NFT is allocated determines your percentage of the daily yield in perpetuity. I got this the other day when I was saying it. Perpetuity. I always have trouble saying this word for some reason. Perpetuity. I had it the other day. Damn it. I had it. Basically means just ongoing. Anyway, that's hilarious, man. I can't say that word. In perpetuity. I felt like an Irishman. I'm saying already prepared for perpetuity. Must be the Kiwi accent. Maybe they think it's the Kiwi accent. Maybe that's the trouble. I swear I had it the other day. In other NFT holders end their stakes and claim their yield, they cannot re-enter. So if other NFT holders end their stakes and claim their yield, they cannot re-enter. Staker's dream, yield boost mechanics. To end the stake and claim the yield, you must exit the staking pool. Don't do it. Because no new entries can be made into the pool. The percentage of pool allocated for all other NFT holders goes up when the stake ends. The last man standing earns 100% of the pool yield. Don't do it. Don't end. Be the last man standing. That's pretty much the way it goes. So that's what you got to do there. So some interesting stuff. I'm sure we'll find out more from Alex and on the Twitter there. So do follow Twitter. But once again, another great product, I think, coming out from the genius who is Alex. So cool. Looking forward to that. And once again, we're getting some really amazing teams leading the way. They're eating up that Hex as well. And it bodes well for Hedron mechanics also. So very, very cool. Now, if we go to Discord, you can find these links also there. So let's have a look at useful links here. Go to useful links all the way up to useful links here on Discord. If you haven't joined, the link's in the video description at the top. You can jump over to, let me just scroll down here. Hex derivative projects, Hedron claim, Hedron tracking Hedron, trade Hedron, so Hedron staking future. Now this is, I think, something else here, so another team, I believe, but here we've got ICOSA Hedron staking here, so you can get to the link there with icosa.pro. So very, very cool. All right, so that's right under useful links there, so check that out. And if you have any further questions, get into the Twitter. That's what it's there for, and ask away. I'm sure you'll get some answers if you have any further queries there. Cool VIP. All right, so that's pretty exciting. In any case, Hedron is on the move. So let's see what happens to this Hedron price. We're currently at 503 and up 183%. So very, very cool on that. Let's get to some of the comments in the chat. I know there'll be a few. Let us see what they are. I like what Bob said, though. Just sent more powder to MetaMask. Love it. I was waiting for that. Where else are we going to? Waiting on the cross for sure, says Bob. Yeah, it's going to give us quite a bit of confidence that we've got a good chance for a trend reversal there. So excited for that. Brennan says, do it for the team, Bob. Pump that cross, says Brennan. Yeah. Do it for the team. I'm voting for 1 cent Hex here, Sandy Beach. Hey, you're not alone, Sandy Beach. There's a few others. Hey, didn't we see Sandy Beach in the picture in the general chat on Discord? Is that your hair, Sandy Beach? Oh, that's a lovely set of hair. Wow, beautiful. I love Hex hair, says Sandy Beach. So that's a lovely lock of hair, as we say. Hello, everyone. Thanks for the likes. Yeah, definitely smash the likes there. Bam. All right, cool. Where were we going here? We're going back to, where was I going? Hedron. Yeah, we're going to sit on Hedron there for a moment. Me to Sandy, says Brennan. Yeah, we've got the big faces there. Very, very nice. Hey, everybody. Thomas says, keep the good vibes going. Absolutely, Thomas. We got the good vibes on this channel twice a day. Pulsechain, Pulsechain, and Hex, man. We are partying all the way until Pulsechain launches. And then beyond that, we're going to have our Pulsechain launch party. This is pretty much how it's going to happen. Whenever it comes, we're going to be there. That's for sure. Exactly says, please don't go down. I'm out of dry powder, says Exactly. I hope Hex stays low until about 2023. Lol, says Sandy Beach. No, Sandy Beach, no. Rich the Topic says, what's up, Hex family? My Hex is in the building. Salute to Hex Token. Hey, Rich the Topic, appreciate that. And it's great to have you in the building, that's for sure. Brenna says, not sure what I want to wait that long. Lol, Sandy, are you waiting for money to put in? Says Brennan. Yeah, I agree with that. Alex misspelled benefit in the add capital to your stake section. Rich the Topic says. So I hope Alex will probably clean all that stuff up there on if there's any spelling stuff, I'm sure. Well says, I'd be happy with 2 cents, says Bob. Yeah, I think, well, that was the trigger for Overwatch. Rack and Michelle, remember he was talking about in this video. If you haven't checked it out, I've got all the highlights on a video on this channel with Rack and Michelle. And he's talking about 2 cents, 1 cent, and buying up a whole ton of Hex OTC, over the counter, basically direct with another big whale, which I think is bullish because if a whale's willing to sell it, then you know that it's better to be in a whale that wants to accumulate and play the long game. So it makes a lot of sense to me. Exactly says, if 1 cent, I got to ask my granny for money, like in the good old days. Says Exactly. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Exactly. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Did I ask my grandmother for money? I guess I must have done it on a couple occasions. Maybe she gave me like 50 cents or $1 or something. I don't know what it was. That's pretty less. Mad Mike says, thanks, Rich. A few typos were found, and Alex knows, and we'll push out an update. Nice, Mad Mike. We've got some cool updates there in the chat there, so cool. What else we got going there? Brazology in the house. Lol, try explaining this to a normie, says Brazology. Yeah, we'll probably get a few little probably get a few little sessions from Alex and a few extra stuff out there, more information around the mechanics so that people can understand it even better. Crypto King's in the house there. Boom. What's up, Xkins? Woohoo. Hey, Crypto King. Sandy Beach as well. I think Sandy Beach is in there. Sandy Beach is pretty active today. It's great to see Sandy Beach. More God Briss. My brother finally getting around to either a good base coin. Yeah. What else have we got going? Yeah, Angor's in the house there. Maximus team and base token. White paper will be released today, says Angor. Like a boss, like a boss. Actually, let's quickly, we're going to jump out of the Hedron section. Let's quickly jump over to Maximus. These are all great teams doing amazing things. So we're very lucky to have such talented people doing stuff. So yeah, we got the white paper is going to be out. Yeah, so that was 50 minutes ago. White paper dropping today. Woohoo, man, alive. Have we got some good projects coming out next? That's why I said these are fantastic. Now, we always talked about circulating supply on this channel, right? We harp on about it, circulating supply, and we use Gunther the accountant's numbers because they're the best numbers that we have. And so all these projects are eating up Hex. They're eating up Hex circulating supply. And of course, we talked about Gunther's numbers being about 17.5 to 17.7 billion. Now, what we're really worried about is in that stuff is the active supply. So this stuff's eating up a lot of the active supply and inactive supply as well, and circulating supply. So it's pretty good. It's also helping a lot of these products end up getting Hex purchased too on the market. So that also helps support the price going up. So super bullish. So excited to have all these teams in play. And so now we've got what we got here. We've got the ICOSA, we've got Team, we've got Base, and we've got Flex coming. Four epic products all eating up that Hex circulating supply. We love it. That's not to mention everything else that's going, right? It's not to mention the Hex Investment Trust, retail virality and adoption, institutional buying over the next couple of years via the Hex Investment Trust and other vehicles. Billionaires out there and all sorts of stuff. So there's lots of things going on in the space for Hex, slowly eating it up. Oh, and the heart wallet, right? The heart wallet. Woohoo! Big heart wallet. What could that end up being sacrificed for that out of Hex? I mean, you could see what I mean. The numbers just starts getting eaten up over time. And of course, you just got to play the long game for that. Long game. They get the benefit. So cool. That is some cool stuff there coming from Maximus. So we'll look out for that later into the second live stream. We're doing a second live stream later. So we'll probably pick up that Maximus. Hopefully we'll be, it will come out when we're doing a second live stream. We'll cover that. Cool VIP, as we said, cool VIP. Let us jump out of there. We're going to go back to the quad charts. And we're going to get back into Maximus since we just started talking about it. So Maximus at 7.3 cents. And let me just hide this comment here first. So 7.3 cents. And let's have a look at the premium. The premium at the moment against Hex, which is what we love to talk about, is currently 78%. OMG, 78.5%. OMG. It is so close to breaking out. I can feel it. So look at that. It's at the top of the band too, top of the range. 52 to 82% is the band here in yellow. Sorry, in orange, I should say. We've got higher lows happening in the premium. Are we going to get a breakout? Is this going to go 100% or more? I mean, OMG, this is so good. I feel like a teenager at a dance. It's just like, can't stop eating peanut butter. I don't know. It's like crazy stuff there. That's crazy. All right, so that's going really, really well. And then let's have a look at Pulse Dogecoin. Pulse Dogecoin easing off a bit, $2.23. But this game is on big time Pulse Dogecoin. We'll be watching that over the next 30 days or so, left of the launch phase. And of course, Gunther's plane was green last night, but we're going to make it red today. It's just got a little bit down on the moment, but hey, it's still holding up very, very well. 175 was kind of that key support line. It's managed to hold that. It managed to rebound as we hoped it would, and it's certainly well above $2. So looking good at the stage, even with the red day, looking actually probably pretty good. And the countdown is happening. We had 60% of people in our poll think that it was most of the games would begin after the launch phase, so another 30 days to go. But you just never know. Do you? All right, I don't know if we'll have more than 6 million PLSD tokens as well. 12 million is the max, so we'll probably have half of that amount is my guess. So yeah, mate, we're probably in that ballpark. All right, cool. That is our leading charts. Woohoo! Let's have a look at the markets. 20,000 is BTC. Actually, it just popped over below 20,000. So really struggling around the 20. It was over 21,000, remember? So it's just down again. Ethereum there at $1,000 as well, down 6%. Probably following the markets down as well in the stock markets. That's pretty much it. So we look at BNB. BNB at 214, down 2%. Keep that in mind, down 2%, because we're going to have a look at the BNB coins. And of course, we can see that the BNB coins in the Hex ecosystem, we follow a couple of ones. We Pulse Dodge, P33, and IM all are expected to be airdropped to Pulsechain as well. And we've got just over 4/10 of a penny for Pulse Dodge, so struggling there a little bit after a little pump. It's struggling now to get back. P33 had a good pump too, up to 20 cents. That's still down at about 15, 16 cents, and not really a lot of movement there since yesterday. And IM managing to get itself up. My goodness. So it was just slowly creeping up, which I thought was a good thing. It was just slowly creeping up. Still very low, though, off the low. So the low was 444, and it's now up at 736. So that's actually pretty good, right? In terms of the pump there. So almost getting up to 100%, and a nice good day in the office there. So very cool. That is on IM, and that's up 21%. So BNB's up too. It's a 19% net there. So pretty cool. They're on the markets. So cool. We're going to finally jump over to the stock market and check out the markets, because this is very important as we move forward this year. Just keeping track of the volatility that's in the wider markets. We've got Crypto King with the boom. What's up, Hexicans? What else do we got in there? I think we covered that. I'm going to jump through quite a few of these. Millionaire. Is it millionaire? Remember, you get a copy of E Hedron and P Hedron plus stakes, and now a copy of ICOSA stake and PUSD when Pulsechain launches. Yeah, good points there. DCA says, Brandon, DCA. Sandwich says, geez, I think I should be listening. Coffee did a stream today on ICOSA on my watch list. Yeah, so Coffee has covered ICOSA, so big shout out Coffee there. Thomas Turner said, for those thinking there is a pause in crypto, many new projects being built on Pulsechain anticipation of the launch. That's right. So we know there's well over 80 at the moment. So no doubt that list is going to grow, but even before Pulsechain. The devs will be pretty happy about that, because it gives them a lot more time to get polish their code or add new features or do new projects. So we're going to have a ton of a massive ecosystem, excluding just all the copies that are going to copy over from Ethereum and all the teams that could come over from that. We've got all of these native Pulsechain projects coming over. Really is exciting. Brazil says, wait until it gives you what it's worth in Hedron when ICOSA buys your HSI. Perpetuity. I think that's it. Perpetuity. Thanks, Briz is alleged. Matt and Barley, good morning all. Break it down, Hex Token, break it down. Yeah. I got screwed over on that word there, Sandy Beach, but hey, impropriety. I had it yesterday, man. Honestly, I got it. I tell you the truth. I got that word yesterday. I had it. It wasn't on live stream, though, and that's when it counts, right? It's no use being a good baseball player, going to the game, like you hit the records off on the training camp, you go to the main game, and you keep getting struck out or something like that, run out. It's funny, man. I'm going to work on that word. I'll try and come back to it. Billy Bob says they had to do something. They gave away too many free tokens for Hedron, says Billy Bob. Yeah, I think you're probably right there. And yeah, the supply is just too big, the allocation, yeah. Brendan says, is that clap it out in syllables? Says Brendan, yeah, then I'm miles behind where I was. ICOSA looks great, says James Bond. Yeah, I think it does. It looks really, really good. It's time to buy more Hedron, says DX. Yep. The market agrees with you. Matt Barley says, I really can't wait until after launch and we can be talking about free coins on PulseX for staking and so on. Come on, bear market, get over with, says Matt and Barley. I agree with that. Matt. That Hex was amazing. Yeah, 175, man. That was a bit of a good pickup, even without the staking. I thought it was a good pickup. Yes, thanks. Yes, Sanovich. Millie says, in theory, Alex gave free Hedron to Hex whales, knowing they would dump early. Now strong hands will control, says Millie. Yeah, so people are being able to pick up a lot of Hedron, especially at that 175 level, and of course still pretty low at 500. We're almost getting back to day 4 on Hedron, where it was the low was 553. We're down, up around 500 at the moment, so that makes a lot of sense. Sandy Beach, my hair is my greatest assets. Lol. Yeah, says. Yeah, let's have a look at Sandy's hair. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous hair? A gorgeous lock of hair. Well done, Sandy. Is a definite asset there. Brazology Scott, my onboards are starting to get antsy. They have started criticizing Richard's marketing and asking why he isn't tweeting about progress, and they seem to be getting tired of waiting here. I guess we just have to go back, Briz, and say proof of weight. That's the one thing in this community, proof of weight is what we've got there. That's our algorithm for block explorers. Cool. Billy Bob says, you have no idea, so many more to dump, says Billy Bob. Briz says, and they have been really patient up until now. We may get close to a bottom, perhaps, says Briz. Even though I cut 6 inches off in October, lol, says Sandy Beach. Racken blocked me, so I can only get updates through you, says Bob Wells. I'm not sure what happened there, Bob. You might do tell, and maybe not in chat, but maybe you can tell us in the in Discord there. Pulsechain is going to allow Hex and Hedron to rocket, says Millie. I agree with that. DB Cooper in the house there. Hello from parts unknown. Good to see DB representing. All right, let's jump over to the stock market. We've got a update here. Stock market today. S&P stalls after Fed Powell speaks on inflation. So let's have a look at the markets first of all. We had the Dow Jones still over 30. That's a very key important mark to stay over 30. Remember, we dipped down for, was it 2 days, I think, back over. And it was the first time in 18 months. So that's very important. At least we're still over there. A very small falls overnight. S&P at 337 and NASDAQ at 11,000. So all cool, pretty cool marks there. The VIX, the volatility index, down 4%. That's cool. Under 30 as well. And the US dollar, they're easing off. So a bit of a cool off there. You can see that Powell there is having a session there, talking about the likelihood of recession. Commodities there. We've got the oil come down a bit here, so down a couple of dollars, down to $110. It's even slightly up, but it's pretty much down a couple of dollars on a day or two ago. The crude oil there at 103. So it's a bit of nice easing off there. Gold there, 1839. Food easing off a little bit too, soybeans and stuff like that. So a bit of easing. Now, US stocks could not only hold on to modest, we're going to actually up this here. US stocks could not hold on to modest gains, closing lower on Wednesday after Fed Reserve Chair Jerome Powell concluded his first day of testimony on Capitol Hill as part of a semi-annual report on the economy. And of course, there we've got the markets we just looked at. Powell visited the Senate Banking Committee this morning and will visit the House tomorrow. He told lawmakers the Fed is strongly committed to taming inflation and assured them that the economy is strong enough to withstand interest rate increases used as a tool to achieve that goal. Now, some people, of course, criticize this and think that they should use other mechanisms in the government to deal with inflation. The easiest one is dealing with supply. And this is where you can criticize the administration big time because that's where they're the ones that have made a lot of these problems on the supply side. So that's where a lot of the issues are there. So some fair criticisms there. Also, the other thing, of course, is criticism has been that the Fed's pretty much boxed in, right? So this is a very blunt instrument they're dealing with. And of course, it can have a lot of unintended consequences. One also being recession. And of course, they could cause that. So Powell also said that the pace of future rate increases would depend on what the data is telling the central bank about inflation, whether it persists or is cooling off. He acknowledged, so I've got this in red font here, acknowledged that while a recession isn't the goal, it could be an outcome. And that's a bad outcome. We don't really want that. So a recession technically is 2 quarters of reduced real GDP growth there. So just to give you a definition there, that's kind of the technical definition. So that's like 6 months. It was just a week ago that Fed raised rates by 0.75 of a percentage point. the biggest move in decades. And Powell said another 50 to 75% basis points increase could be in the making at the July meeting. Now, that's funny because they were talking about front-loading the interest rate rises. In other words, having higher interest rates up early rather than later. Obviously, they've also been criticized for moving interest rates too late by some people in some quarter, which is possibly the case as well. So now they're kind of having to catch up. They also were talking about they were terrible on anticipating inflation. A lot of people were telling them, inflation's coming, and then you have a lot of these liberal pundits who are always wrong. These guys are always wrong, and they're saying, "Oh no, it's temporary. It's not happening. It's either not happening or it's temporary." And of course, it comes back with roaring thunder up at 8.6%, stuff like that. So, you got to be careful who you listen to out there. Banks are already raising their expectations for a recession, and this is where the troubles can come into. Yesterday, Goldman set the odds at 30% in the next year, while Citigroup is now saying there's a 50% chance of global recession as consumers pull back spending. And we have seen a little bit of that pullback in spending there from consumers. President Joe Biden has been trying to do his part to ease inflation. This is a complete joke. This here is a complete joke, this statement. Asking Congress to suspend federal tax on gasoline and diesel fuels for months. He was the one that made a lot of these problems with the supply side, and we know what he's been doing. But as this is not a political channel, I try to keep that down to a minimum, and so we'll just leave it at that. Energy stocks are crushing. Any stocks were crushed by falling oil prices. So that is pretty much that with all those. And that's pretty much in that highlight there. Now, the other one I want to talk about was the Fed Powell one. So we've got a few comments in here. I'm not going to read all of this, but there's a couple of comments here. This is Fed Powell's committed to inflation fight, not trying to trigger recession. Good luck. Good luck for these guys. The Federal Reserve is not trying to engineer a recession to stop inflation, but is fully committed to bringing prices under control, even if doing so risks an economic downturn. So not only are you now facing inflation as a big tax on your income, but you're now also going to have the risk of recession as well. OMG, really? Thanks very much, everybody. Put more fuel on the fire there. OMG. So we're not trying to provoke. I don't think we will ever need to provoke a recession. Yeah, good luck. They've been right about everything else, right? No. So good luck with that. It's essential that we bring inflation down if we are to have a sustained period of strong labor market conditions that benefit all. We agree with that, but maybe they should be looking at other mechanisms as well, like the supply side, like I said. But these guys, they don't think like that, do they? The Fed in the coming months will be looking for compelling evidence of slowing price pressures before it eases up on the interest rates. It kicked it off 3 months ago. Honestly, interest rates is a very blunt instrument, and it actually has huge penalties for home borrowers who's already got a hyperinflated property market. Their best bet by the administration, and this is what their previous administration did, which was free up the supply side, and of course become self-sufficient in energy. And of course, energy is it's the heart of the economy and inflation. So they should have been focused on that. They've actually reversed all of that and attacked all of that. So it's pretty crazy stuff there. So then, right, we got inflation has obviously surprised to the upside over the past year. Really, has it? Has it really? No. If you were a liberal pundit, you would have known that inflation was on the rise and it was going to be high, and that was exactly what happened. So you got to be careful who you're listening to on these things. But anyway, and for further surprises could be in store. No kidding. Future more surprises in store. We know what's coming up on that. So cool. That's some of the cool highlights there. There's lots more in here, but we won't go through all that. That is what's happening. Woohoo! All right, rock on. So we've got to keep a track of that, generally speaking, without getting too much into the politics. But there we are. All right, let's get back to the prices here. Hex, it's currently just popped it below 4 cents. Hopefully, we'll have a Hex token channel pump. That's what we love to do. We've got 503 on Hedron. We've got 7 cents on Maxi with a massive premium, and of course we got Pulse Dogecoin at 223 there. That looks like it's gone green, so we might have to change the plane. It's just slightly green there. Let's turn it like that at the moment. Bam. right, cool. Let's get into the chat. Matt and Barley says, Luna cleaned out a quarter of my retirement. Ouch. Super fun. Not so super after all. Waiting for Pulsechain, so I don't need that anyway, says Matt. Yeah, that's good that you've got that diversification, Matt. George Sacco in the house. What's up, guys? Hey, George. Good to see you in the house. Sorry to hear that, Matt, says Briz. George. What else in there? Thomas in there. Hey, Debbie and George. May your day be epic. Hey, that's really nice, Thomas. Good to see you, George. Log, you got it. Hex Token, you got it. Yeah. You're going to be the talk of the town, Sandy Beach. That's for sure. Coopers will never get me, says Debbie. Or coppers will never get me. John Gibbons and House. Hey, Hex Token, any videos on YouTube of your ballet? I was really impressed to hear you used to be a pro. Yeah, no, I keep that sort of separate, John, so I probably won't be posting anything on it. Plus, it's how many years ago now? It's 10 years ago since I could dance at that level. 10 years ago now. Things have gone downhill pretty fast there, John. I'm trying to get back fit again at the moment, so that's why I've been starting my walking. And I'm on day, I think I had a rest day yesterday. I'm on day 5, I think, today. I've got my spreadsheet. I have to log it. I'm doing about an hour and a quarter walk. So hopefully, if I can do that for a couple of months in a row, my first thing is just obviously do a month of walking, and then hopefully head up towards 3 months, and then hopefully I'll get in more shape for getting back into more fitness. Obviously, won't be like that, but yeah. Sandy Beach there. Brandon says I made a twerk video in Discord. Lol, says Brandon. Did you really? Where's the twerk video? I can't remember where that is. I can't see it. What's it? All right, so cool. Let me just fix up these spreadsheets here. The charts. Rothko's in the house. Hey, Rothko, good to see you in the house. Who else in there? CJ's in the house as well. Great day. Have a great day, everybody. That's really nice. Good to see you, CJ. There's no story as to why he blocked me. They never interacted with Rackham at all. I think he just mass blocked all Hexicans. Yeah, I thought someone pulled his channel down. I don't know if he pulled it down. I'm pretty sure someone pulled his channel down. One of those drama people that were trying to create drama. I can't remember now. Who cares? CJ, who cares? Yeah. I'm sure you'll get back in there, Bob. I'm sure you get back. I don't have any communication with them, so I can't get you back in myself. Rothko says, big shout out and congratulations to the Hex Taker class for winning every day. Well said there, Rothko. Hey, Jen Hex is in the house there. Woo-hoo-hoo. Hey, said Jen Hex. Party time from CJ too. What else we got there? CJ says all raises should be front loaded, says CJ. Or they should be early, shouldn't they, CJ? They should be early. Sandy Beach in the house there, Craig. Woo! King Richard, clean shaven. What has he got going on? Yeah. Are we in a bear market, says Pulse Bezos? Apparently we are. We are in a bear market. Let's bring up Trading View on that, Mark. Trading View. Bam. Let's bring up BTC. And we're going to go to Coinbase. Pull that up. Bam. So there is our BTC marker at the moment. So we're expecting to zigzag in here. That's kind of our feeling at the moment, just like we did back here. But we're still expecting to get another wave down. So that's why some people are still waiting for the 1 cent Hex. And hey, that may just very well come. But of course, people, liquidity positions like 3 arrows, they're the what people will hunt. They're going to try and hunt those and make a lot of money if they can manage to make them capitulate. It might be harder than what they think, though. I think. Keep paying attention. Our environment, stay well, and get ready. Yeah, Thomas says. Crypto is tricky, so pack your own parachute. That's true. CJ says he probably met the right woman, says CJ. In general chat, you posted that last night with the twerk dance. Cool. To get Hex in the house there. Hi, Hex Token Fam Bam. Good to see Get Hex in the channel. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, definitely smash the subscribe and hit the like. Boop, 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 boop. Just takes 1 second to do it. Smash that subscribe button, hit the like button. Let's see whether how we're up to at the moment. We're trying to head towards 4,800 subscribers. We're up to 4,768. So we're 32 away from 4,800 as we head towards that big 5,000 milestone. Now, I noticed that I think that Belliot Brand is getting up to 5,555 subscribers. Let's go check out Belliot Brand. He has been doing awesome now. I think he's getting pretty close to it. Let us have a look here. Channels. We're going to channels tab here on Hex Token. Yeah, Belliot Brand, 5,530. He is so close to 5,555. Can you believe it? That is amazing. So he's getting really close there. Does it have on there? Not sure if it does. 700,000 views on his channel too. But 555, he's so close to 555. Hope he has a 5555 party. So a big shout out there. If you haven't subscribed to Belliot Brand, which I know most of you would have, go subscribe. It's on the channels tab there. 5,555. Man, he must be like 20 away from that or something. That's not far to go at all. Woohoo! Bring it on, BB, with the 5555s. So a big shout out as well. Let's see where some of the. Oh, let me just go back here for a second. On the chat here. Yeah, if you haven't hit the join button there and you want to support this channel as we do 2 live streams a day, it's got up the top there, Hex Token, 2 daily live streams and earn epic passive income. And of course, Pulsechain, Hex, Pulsex. You can join there. We've got Pulsechins, Hexkins, Rich Art Club. Just a great way of supporting the channel as we go and promote these. So cool. We got Gen Hex is 109 away from 1,000. Obviously doing some great panel shows on Saturday. Yeah, I always say Sunday because it's Sunday my time, but Saturday as well. Brazology at 457. So go and subscribe to Brazology if you haven't subscribed as well. Pretty cool. So get out there and support the team there as well. Heinz Crypto at 700. Well done, Heinz Crypto. Getting up as well towards 1,000. So cool. Well, we've got over 100 streamers or something like that. So it's pretty cool to have that as well. So cool. Let us jump back here. We're going to go to useful links. And if you want to get down to useful links here on Discord, you can see that we actually have a lot of the streaming ones here. So the Pulsechain Hex YouTube streamers. So the PulseTube has a big list of all the YouTubers at the moment. So you can click on view all channels. You can see all the YouTubers in Pulsechain and Pulsex and Hex. Most of these are pretty dedicated to specialty ones. A couple of them are general chat channels, but cover Pulsechain and Hex a lot. But you can see a lot of very well-known names in there. You've got BB at the top there, Abit X, Cabana Crypto, Crypto Coffee, Conrad Zen. I mean, there's lots and lots of channels. So you can definitely check a lot of these out. Look at them all. Woohoo! Got Fashion Coder in there, Gold Key, Jimrat Crypto, Gerardo, Gen Hex. I mean, Funding Gym. They're all there. Look at that. A huge list. Just growing all the time too. There's new channels popping up all the time. Look at that. Isn't that a fine list? And it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And no doubt there's probably some missing off this still, even though this is a pretty good list. So check it out. Pulse Tubes. And of course, Hex Streamers has been around for a long time as well. Always doing good. You can see that there's 2 channels up at the moment, and other ones coming up soon. Got the ones going live. Not sure if this has everybody on it, but it's pretty good for that. So definitely check that out. Cool. Yeah. So here is Bitcoin. We had the 2 waves. Maybe we'll zigzag here and get that final wave and get it over and done with. Maybe that's another month from now. Maybe. Let's see, depending on that news. So we've obviously got the interest rate rises in July. They're the things to keep on to. Might give us more volatility, even though the market knows. Sometimes it gives us a bit of volatility there as well. So cool. Let us get into some of these. Brent says, boop, boop. Yep. When your cashier is talking crypto, time to amass cash, says Thomas. That's funny. Go BB, says Brennan. Absolutely. It's one of the first streams I watched, Belliot Brand. That's coming from Sandy Beach, so pretty impressive. I'm doing well, listening in the background while cleaning up after the tribe. Nice one. Brand has a great archives of clips and interviews. He absolutely does. Absolutely. Big smiles there. Love Conrad. Yeah, Conrad's really cool. He has done some really impressive stuff. Conrad is great to listen to. Does some really good vids. He's onboarded a lot of people too. Sub to friends, support and grow. Yeah, Briz is 7. Yeah, and Gen Hex Craig. Yeah, well done there, Thomas. So if you want to support those 2, help them get their subs up, or Briz towards 5555. We have a 555 party. Hope he does. You should invite a few other streamers on. We'll go party over there. That's for sure. All right, cool. So Maximus white paper coming out today. So hopefully we'll talk. That's out before we have our live stream later in about 4 or 5 hours. Our second live stream. So that'd be cool. All right, cool. Let's jump out of there. That is that. Pulsechain, of course, we're waiting. We're just waiting patiently for Pulsechain. I might do our Pulsex yield farming harvesting in the second live stream as well. later today. So we'll harvest our INC tokens. So if you want to see PulseX in action on the testnet, I cover that on this channel. Yeah, every couple of days, do the old PulseX harvesting of our incentive tokens. We've got, hopefully we're going to recover our impairment losses. We're down at 400,000 on impairment losses, so hopefully we'll recover that if the price moves up. So yeah, calling all traders. Heinz Crypto says, what's up, guys? Hope all is well. Hey, Heinz Crypto, woohoo! Good to see you in the house. We were just talking about your channel as well. Hit 700 subscribers. Congratulations. And definitely we encourage people to go and subscribe to your channel. So good to see you in the house. I'm out. I'll be back later, says Dave Down Under. We'll catch you on the next one, Dave. And big claps. Sandy Bitches, thank you, everyone who liked and retweeted my tweet. I appreciate it. I don't do much on Twitter. Actually, let's get up here. Have we got Hex Hodl in the chat there? I'm not sure if we had. If you're Hex Hodl, you're in the chat, let us know. Sandy Beach in there. Sandy Beach, why don't you post your tweet on the chat there so people can go and follow it? I'm not sure if you did it earlier, but it's definitely something you can do so people can go like your tweets. I know it's in the Discord, I think you said, yeah, because we looked at it a couple of times. But maybe you post the link in there, and everyone can go and click on that. The Gango says the white paper is out for Maximus Team Token. Is it? Is it out already? Did I miss that somehow? I was just on Maximus. Is it out? Maximus Token 7. Introducing Maximus Team Base. Is that the one? No, 25 minutes. Is that the one there? No, maybe that is it. Let me just scroll back here. White paper today, 1 hour. Maybe it's this one here. Maybe it's this one. Maybe it's this one. Is this the white paper? Maximus DAO. Maybe that's in there. Team launch. All right, cool. All right, so we might cover that, not this live stream. We might cover that on the second live stream. So that'd be cool. All right, so stay tuned for that. We'll cover that in the second live stream later on today. It's only 4 or 5 hours away. Plenty of time. Matt and Barley says, I mentioned a while ago I could send emojis. The bank sanctioned my card. I just realized we'll get on to them. Oh, nice. Thomas says, evening, Heinz Crypto. Great to be with you. Absolutely. All right, so we're going to play out. This is a video that produced by Robbie Davidson. This was the best of Richard Hart. Best of Richard Hart was right. So we're going to check this out. I hope you enjoy this one. It's I think it's about 5 minutes long. So let's play this.
Bitcoin's amazing run. Went up, 23x in so many days. Green line up, parabola. Fell out of the parabola, red line. Do I run a paid group or I just make amazing price calls for free? I make amazing price calls for free. I called the Bitcoin top on the day. Did I charge you for it? Did I charge you anything for the education? No. Why? Because I've been a retired multimillionaire since 2003. I brag about it all the time. I called the top. And I told you last cycle, Ethereum topped 27 days after Bitcoin did. This cycle, Ethereum topped exactly 27 days after Bitcoin did. Exact same thing. Yep, there you go. Bitcoin's great run.
This one?
Here's where we fall out of the parabola. Yep. Just click the chart. Hey, look, we're going up. Oh, look, we're not going up no more. Doom time. And check the timestamp, and that timestamp equals the picture in the chart. That's where I called the top. Anytime we get one of these big run-ups, which, by the way, is usually following by a crash, which I think we are due for the rest of the crash. We're already down half. I think we'll go down another 75% to an 85% total drop. Nobody else thinks that.
80% total drop for what?
I think Bitcoin will tap $10,000 from its high of 65,000 because that's what it normally does. It drops 85%. Ethereum usually drops 95% because it has lower liquidity. So it acts like a leverage position on Bitcoin to some degree. Well, so Bitcoin runs up, ETH runs up higher.
The people in the Bitcoin ecosystem tell me, look, Bitcoin is unlikely to do what it has been doing in the past couple of cycles, which is drop 80%, precisely because new institutional money have already been placed in the Bitcoin ecosystem. Institutional investors now with more money are likely to make the coin less volatile, so to speak.
It's not true.
How would you respond to that?
They're wrong and I'm right. And I believe that we already had our top at 65K on Bitcoin, 4,400 on Ethereum, and I think we'll find new lows. I think you'll see Ethereum down at 300. I think you'll see Bitcoin down at 10,000 because historically that is what they have done in the past. And if you try and play the this time is different game, you're going to lose all your money. Usually it's not different. Usually history tends to repeat itself. Usually the market behavior rhymes. It's not identical, but it rhymes. The top for Bitcoin in this cycle, which had just, I guess, made a new top, so it was a local top, but it lasted 6 months, I called it on the day. I said, this is a top. So Bitcoin went from $65,000 down to $30,000. I think it might even went 29.5, 28, something like that, depending on what exchange you're on. And so it dropped 55% from that day. And how did I know it was that day? Because it fell out of the parabola and everyone had their eyes on a single day. It was the easiest call ever. But it didn't go down the 85 like it normally did. It only went down 55 and now it went up again. But because it went up again, I don't know if it could do a double top. It could just be a temporary higher high and it could go make a new low and make everyone very sad. It took 6 months to make a slightly higher high from 65 to 69. And now
you predicted 60K. Are you prepared to make a prediction on the low?
Yeah, 85% drop. So it was 10K, but now that we went up to 69, it's 11K. I believe in the 85% drop. I believe in people selling the bottom. I believe in the pain. And I don't believe in people buying $1 million JPEGs forever and being profitable forever. Nope. These are reflexive systems. People buy because they go up. They sell because they go down. It went down more than 50%. It fell out of the parabola. When things fall out of parabolas, they drop 85%.
Bullish?
On Bitcoin, no.
Are you bullish on Ethereum?
No.
Why not?
The market's already had a bull run for 3 years. Ethereum already did a 50x. Jimmy Fallon of The Tonight Show has an NFT for his profile picture. El Salvador bought it. Michael Saylor bought it. The world's richest guy bought it. Who didn't buy yet? Who hasn't heard of it yet? You've been in a bull run for 3 years now. You dropped out of the parabola. You dropped 55%. By the way, I called the top on the day. And that top call was good for 8.5 months now and only out of profit one single day by about 6%. Even less than 6%, actually. And I do that for free.
So it's down 38% now.
Yeah.
Does that mean that this is a good time to buy? What's
I don't think
going
so.
on? Where's it going next? No?
No, when it falls out of the parabola, it goes up with a parabolic rise. When it falls out of the parabola, it tends to drop 85% of its value. So 85% down from 69K is 11K. Hello, everybody. Richard Hart here. I called the Bitcoin top on the day 10 months ago while everyone else told you it was going to $100,000. There was a 65K top, and then it went down 55% under 30K, and then it bounced. It went up to 69. Back down to doom again. Now it's at 35. So, bounces aren't illegal. You do get bounces. As a matter of fact, I called a bounce, and my tweet was the literal exact bottom of the bounce. I said, look, we're due for a 12% bounce. We got the 12% bounce, and then we went and did new doom. Who does it better? Nobody. Nobody does it better. I mean, look, I won't tell you I hate bragging because I kind of like it, but I deserve it, man. And that's why I changed my username to I called the Bitcoin top. And who are they putting on TV? People that got you wrecked.
Here it is. Here's the first one. Here's the second one, which is why I brought you back here today, because you did call the top right. I don't think many people gave you the credit because.
It's hard, man. It's hard to take the opposite position to absolutely everyone else, but sometimes you have to.
Where's the next low then for Bitcoin?
Traditionally, Bitcoin drops 85% after a parabolic blow off top. This cycle was different because the government, it should go down to about 11K. So since it was,
that's a reasonable expectation.
Agree. Yes, because it's what it has been doing for decades. It always drops 85%.
What's going to happen to Hex?
Hex continues to have giant dips like it always has, but it also makes new all-time highs. You got to understand that an 80% dip only cancels out a 5x pump. And when you have a 1,000,000% pump, you would have to drop 99999999999% to cancel it out. Bitcoin had its run.
It's not had its run. Bitcoin's early days, man. Bitcoin's going to have its real run.
Dude that bought 13-year-old bag that just got here is like, yo, I didn't buy the top. I called the top of the day. You did not. You probably dollar cost averaged into the top on the day. Like, I'm telling you as a person that knows more about Bitcoin than you. I called the Bitcoin top on the day 11 months ago. Who else called the top on the day? Nobody. I called the top on the day, and it's been in profit every single day except one. It's a little tiny day where it made a little Judas candle, got everybody long, a fake breakout, and then went straight down. Dropped 55% after that little fake out candle. What else? Yeah, call the tops in the day for free. Free YouTube, youtube.com/Richard Hart, you name it. We're just living the dream out here. You know, we're doing everything better, and people are starting to figure it out. They're starting to go like, oh, wow, those guys are really killing it. Big Simp 69 asks, have I ever called the Bitcoin top? Yes, I have. More than once. He took on leverage. He encumbered his Bitcoin that he has to get more Bitcoin at a higher price. And now he gets liquidated at 21K. And I think the price will go down to 11K.
Do you think he took out collateralized loans?
Yeah, he bragged about it. He tweeted about it and bragged about it. You know, he took on 200 million of leverage from Silvergate Bank with a Bitcoin collateralized loan, and it's just reflexivity. So now, instead of never having to get liquidated, now you've got a leverage position. And what are the 3 ways smart people go broke? Liquor, ladies, leverage.
Yeah. So once again, Richard Hart doing victory laps. Call top on the day. Bitcoin, told you 27 days later, Ethereum, it did the same. Told you don't pick up pennies in front of freight trains. Withdraw your money, not your keys, not your coins. Celsius stops withdrawals today. Celsius is down 99%. I can't be more right. I'm always right. It's like, it just sucks that the things I'm right about are things that are getting, people are just choosing to get themselves wrecked. I know. What else I can do for you? It's crazy.
People are like, oh, you were bullish in November of 2017. You're like, yeah. And then the price went up. And then when right before the price started going down, I called it. Like, people are so dumb. They don't update their worldview. Ethereum used to suck. It used to only have scams on it. Then it kicked ass. Yeah. And now it's too expensive and too full. So I have to launch a new thing called Pulsechain. So, you have to update your worldview. Technology is a constantly evolving process. And if you don't update your worldview, you're just going to get left behind.
All right, so that there is a very good video by Robbie Davidson there highlighting all the time Richard was right about those things. So a very, very cool video. Love it. So big shout outs. Look at what's happening in the market. We got Hedron on the move. It's moving again. So we're at 500. Now we're at 428. Where's this baby going to go? Going to be fun to watch. That's for sure. So we've got Hedron there. We also got a bit of a wild card around Pulse Dodge Coin. And of course, the Maxi Premium has been pretty amazing as well. We're sitting at 79% now. Woo! That's up about another percentage point there. Man, oh man, watch that one closely. We're going to have a lot of fun, I think, in the afternoon session if this trend continues. And of course, we'll be covering a Maximus white paper, an update on that one. So I hope you check that out. Yeah, I think that's probably a good place to wrap up. How we're doing, an hour and 7 minutes. So we're going to wrap up here. Catch me later in the live stream, second live stream later today in about 4 or 5 hours time. We'll be covering Maximus and anything else that's new that's come up. So I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, let's play out our rock and roll music on the way out. Power City Core theme. Let's go. All right, take care, everybody. Subscribe, like, share. More fun. I don't know about you. All right, take care. See you in the next one. Bye for now. Woo-hoo. Rock on.